We've learned the 6 things that we need to do to bring our websites as quickly as possible to the top of the rankings. Once we get our website out there and we start generating leads, how do we handle those leads? Because when somebody calls about a sign in the yard, usually they're ready to start looking at a house. When somebody calls because they see an ad in a newspaper or a homes magazine, they're usually ready to start talking to a real estate professional about a house. And they know, both of them know, when they call on the sign or when they call on the magazine ad or the newspaper ad, they know there is going to be a real estate professional on the other side. But when you are searching the internet, it is anonymous. You do not realize that there is going to be a real estate professional on the other end. So when you follow up on the leads that you generate, how do you as a real estate professional handle it? You have to handle it differently. Let me talk about the internet buying cycle first of all. In the old days, you had a 2-phase cycle when it came to purchasing a home. The first was somebody decided they needed to purchase a home. They went to a real estate professional because we were the ones that had all those big books with all the listings. We were the one that afterwards had all of the internet at our fingertips, which they didn't have. They had to come to us to find out what was for sale. We would then take them out and we would search for homes. The home search would take about 2 weeks maybe, and they'd make a decision. They either would decide to buy or they wouldn't decide to buy. Hopefully the search phase ended in an offer to purchase. Then it went into the escrow phase, which took anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little longer in the old days, and people were getting their mortgages. Now the cycle changes, and I change it from buying cycle to internet buying cycle. Let me tell you a story. I was going for some certification for training, and it was really a very stringent certification. It was a 5-day certification, and the last day, the evening before the last day, as we were walking out the door, we were given a slip of paper, and we had to then come up with a presentation, a half-hour presentation that we would give in front of the people who were judging to see whether we were ready to do training. So now I'm starting to panic. I have to get closed-toed shoes and hose. I have to learn about staging, and I have to do a presentation about something I know nothing about. I rush out to the front counter at the hotel where I'm staying, and I say to them, I need closed-toed shoes and hose. Where do I go? What? And the guy thought I was a maniac. He says, calm down, lady, calm down. What's going to happen is we're going to get the shuttle bus. We're going to take you down to Macy's. The shuttle bus will wait for you, and you can go in and buy your shoes. So I go in, and I go to Macy's. And I am a beeline right for. I go past the Liz Claiborne. I go past the perfume. I go past the cosmetics. I go right to the shoe department. Now, anybody who watched me walk into Macy's knows I was going to buy shoes. There was no question about it. I get in there, I'm in the shoe department, and first thing that happens is a salesperson saw me come in, knows I'm going to buy shoes, saw me make a beeline right to the shoes, and says to me, can I help you? And guess what I say to her? I say, no, I'm just looking. I know, you're surprised to hear me say that, but that is human nature. Because no matter how much a rush I'm in, I want to make sure if I'm paying $50, $60 for a pair of shoes, that the shoes fit me, that I like them, that I can wear them with something else another time. So this salesperson did exactly what she was supposed to do. She stepped back and said, I'll be over here when you're ready. If she had hung over me, if she had been breathing it down my neck, I don't care how much of a rush I was in, I would have left, I would have gone out of Macy's, I would have gone to JCPenney's. The internet buying cycle is the same way. When people are searching on the internet, they do want to purchase real estate, but they are doing exactly what I was doing when I said I'm just looking for shoes. They were in their information gathering phase. I wanted to know as much as I could about the choices of the shoes that I had. When people are searching on the internet for real estate, they want to know as much as they can about what's available out there and the prices they have. So, when you are following up on an internet lead, do not follow up on an internet lead like you would follow up on a call for a sign. You have to follow up differently, and we're going to cover that next.